The man who walked into Darla's diner that evening didn't look like a millionaire, let alone the CEO of a nationwide restaurant chain. He wore a faded leather jacket, old jeans, and carried the calm, quiet confidence of someone who'd seen both poverty and success, and remembered both equally well. Marcus Bryant was there on a mission to see how people truly treated customers when no one was watching. His company had recently acquired Darla's Diner, a struggling local franchise. Reports of rude service and shady practices had started to reach his desk, and instead of calling a board meeting, Marcus decided to find out for himself. The diner smelled of grilled meat and coffee, the kind of scent that reminded people of home. Marcus chose a corner booth near the window, where neon lights flickered outside. A waitress approached, mid-30s, tired eyes, hair tied back hastily, but there was kindness in her face. Her name tag read Lena. "Evening," she said softly. "Kitchen's about to close soon, but we can do a steak if you'd like." Marcus smiled. "A steak sounds perfect." "Medium rare, please," she nodded, scribbling the order. But as she leaned closer to place the menu down, her voice dropped to a whisper. "Sir, if you're planning to stay a while, you should probably leave before 9. Marcus frowned, caught off guard. "Why's that?" She glanced over her shoulder. "Just trust me. It gets ugly around here after dark." Her eyes didn't just carry fear, they carried warning. While waiting, Marcus observed quietly. The other customers seemed normal enough. Truckers, locals, a couple of young guys by the jukebox. But there was tension in the air, like everyone knew something he didn't. When Lena brought his steak, she tried to smile, but her hands trembled slightly. Marcus noticed the bruises on her wrist, faint, circular, like someone had grabbed her too hard. He decided to ask gently. "You okay, Lena?" She forced a laugh. "Yeah, fine, just clumsy." But before he could say another word, a loud voice came from the back. "Lena! Stop chatting and get over here!" A heavy-set man in a grease-stained apron stomped out from the kitchen. His name tag said Tom, manager. His tone was sharp, filled with contempt. "Sorry," Lena muttered and hurried away. Marcus watched as Tom berated her in front of everyone, about being slow, about not cleaning up, about things no one else seemed to care about. The customers just looked away, pretending not to notice. Marcus clenched his jaw. This wasn't just poor management. It was bullying. By 8:30, the diner had mostly cleared out. Lena refilled Marcus's coffee, whispering again, "Please, sir." "You should go now. I don't want trouble for you." But Marcus wasn't leaving. He wanted to see exactly what happened after 9. And right on cue, a group of 4 men entered, loud, rough, their jackets bearing patches of a local biker gang. The atmosphere shifted instantly. Tom perked up and laughed with them, suddenly friendly. Lena froze. Marcus saw fear flicker across her face. The leader, a tall man with tattoos crawling up his neck, slammed a helmet on the counter. "Where's my usual, Tom?" Tom smirked. "Right away, brother. Same deal as always." Marcus didn't understand until he saw Lena slip an envelope from the cash register and hand it to Tom. The biker snatched it and grinned. Protection. Money. The diner was being shaken down by a local gang, and Tom was paying them off, probably using the restaurant's cash. Marcus's stomach turned. Lena had warned him not because she was part of it, but because she didn't want him caught in the middle. One of the bikers noticed Marcus sitting quietly. "Hey," he said, stepping closer. "You new around here?" Marcus kept calm. "Just passing through." "Steak was great." The man grinned in a way that wasn't friendly. "Good to know. But see, around here, strangers don't stay after 9. Lena stepped forward. "He was just leaving," she said quickly, placing herself slightly between them. The biker sneered. "Good. Smart lady." Marcus nodded, grabbed his jacket, and left. Or at least pretended to. He parked across the street, watching through the window as the gang stayed inside, laughing, drinking, and counting cash. That night, Marcus made a call, not to the police, but to his corporate legal team and internal investigators. The next morning, a convoy of black SUVs pulled up in front of Darla's diner. Corporate vehicles. Tom looked confused, then panicked as uniformed investigators walked in. Behind them came Marcus, this time wearing a tailored suit. "Morning, Tom," Marcus said calmly. Remember me? Tom's face drained of color. You were the customer who ordered a steak, Marcus finished, and the owner of this entire franchise chain. The diner went dead silent. Marcus handed a document to the investigators. You've been reported for embezzlement, payroll theft, and employee intimidation. Lena, you might want to step outside while they handle this. Tears welled up in her eyes. You're really... Yes, Marcus said gently, and I owe you a thank you. Within minutes, Tom was escorted out in handcuffs, yelling curses all the way. After things settled, Marcus sat with Lena in the now empty diner. You tried to protect me, even though you didn't know who I was, he said. That says a lot about your character. She shrugged, still shaken. I just didn't want anyone else to get hurt. Those men! They come every week. Tom said if I talked, I'd lose my job. Marcus nodded slowly. Not anymore. Starting today, this place is under new management. Yours. Lena blinked. Mine? He smiled. You've got honesty, courage, and heart. That's everything a leader needs. I'll help you with training and funding. You deserve a chance to run this place right. Her eyes filled with tears again. This time, not from fear, but relief. I don't know what to say, she whispered. Say you'll keep serving good people. And never let fear run your life again, Marcus said. She smiled. Deal. Weeks later, Darla's diner looked completely different. The gang never returned. The food was better, the staff happier, and word spread fast that something incredible had happened there. How a kind waitress once warned a stranger to leave, not knowing he was the man who would change her life forever. In an interview months later, Marcus was asked what inspired him to keep going undercover. He smiled and said, because sometimes the bravest people aren't the ones in charge. They're the ones working late, staying kind, and standing up for others even when they're scared. People like Lena remind me why I started this company in the first place, and that became the diner's new motto. Painted right above the counter, be kind, even when no one's watching. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. You need to leave before 9 p.m. Because doing the right thing, even quietly, can change everything. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who still believes in kindness. Subscribe for more real, emotional stories that prove humanity is still alive. Remember, one small act of goodness can change an entire life. Thank you for watching This Insolent Stories, where every story reminds us what it means to be human. See you in the next one.